The rain poured over Manhattan as Sophia Bennett stood by the floor-to-ceiling windows of her luxury penthouse. From the outside, her life looked perfect. She owned one of New York's most successful architectural firms, lived in a multi-million-dollar apartment, and had everything money could buy. But there was one thing she had never had: a father. Growing up, Sophia had always been told that her father died before she was born. Her mother never spoke about him, and whenever Sophia asked questions, she received the same painful answer: "It's better not to know." After her mother's passing, Sophia spent months sorting through old boxes and family belongings. One evening, she discovered a sealed envelope hidden inside a dusty wooden chest. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Inside was an old photograph. A young woman, her mother, was smiling beside a handsome man in an expensive suit. Sophia turned the photo over. Written on the back were 6 words that changed her life forever. "Your father is Alexander Hayes." Sophia froze. Alexander Hayes wasn't just any man. He was one of America's most powerful billionaires, the founder of Hayes Global Industries, a man worth billions, a man she had seen on magazine covers her entire life. And according to this photo, he was her father. The next morning, Sophia booked a flight to New York's financial district and arranged a private meeting at Hayes Global headquarters. The company's skyscraper towered over Manhattan. Employees rushed through the marble lobby as Sophia stepped inside. Meanwhile, on the top floor, Alexander Hayes was leading a board meeting. His assistant entered the room. "Sir, there's a woman downstairs demanding to see you." Alexander barely looked up. "Tell her I'm busy." The assistant hesitated. Then she placed an old photograph on the conference table. Alexander's face immediately changed. His heart nearly stopped. He recognized the picture instantly. A photograph he hadn't seen in over 25 years. "Send her in." Minutes later, the doors opened. Sophia walked inside. For several seconds, nobody spoke. Alexander stared at her. She looked exactly like the woman he had once loved. The same eyes, the same smile, the same expression. "Who are you?" he finally asked. Sophia slowly placed the envelope on his desk. "I think I'm your daughter." Silence filled the room. A DNA test was arranged immediately. 3 days later, the results arrived: 99.99% match. Sophia Bennett was officially Alexander Hayes' daughter. Alexander couldn't believe it. For 25 years, he had believed both Sophia and her mother were gone forever. Someone had lied to him. Someone had stolen 25 years from his family. For the first time in decades, the billionaire found himself crying. But not everyone was happy. Alexander's son, Ethan Hayes, refused to accept the truth. "She's after the family fortune," Ethan said. Sophia felt her heart sink. "I don't want your money," she replied. "I only wanted answers." But Ethan didn't believe her. He secretly hired private investigators to look into her past. What they discovered shocked him. Sophia had built her career entirely on her own. She never used the Hayes myth. She never asked for financial help. She had earned every success herself. For the first time, Ethan began questioning his assumptions. Maybe she was telling the truth. Meanwhile, a dangerous secret was beginning to surface. Someone inside Hayes Global had worked very hard to keep Sophia hidden. Alexander launched a private investigation. The results pointed to one man, Richard Cole, the company's powerful vice chairman. 25 years earlier, Richard had feared losing influence if Alexander started a family. So he forged documents, he lied, he manipulated people, and he convinced Alexander that Sophia and her mother were gone forever. When Richard learned that Sophia had returned, panic set in. He knew everything was about to collapse, and he was willing to do anything to stop it. One stormy night, Sophia left her office and got into her car. She had no idea someone had tampered with the brakes. Minutes later, while driving across a highway bridge, she pressed the brake pedal. Nothing happened. Her eyes widened in terror. The car accelerated toward traffic. Sophia screamed. Then suddenly, a black SUV appeared beside her. The driver was Ethan. He had been following her after receiving a warning from investigators. Thinking quickly, Ethan maneuvered his SUV beside her vehicle and forced it safely against the guardrail. Metal scraped, glass shattered, but Sophia survived. At the hospital, Ethan sat quietly beside her bed. For the first time, there was no anger in his eyes, only regret. "I owe you an apology," he said. Sophia looked at him. "I judged you before I knew you." A tear rolled down Sophia's cheek. "Thank you." That night marked the beginning of a real brother and sister relation. Weeks later, Alexander gathered the company's board members for an emergency meeting. Federal agents entered the room. Richard Cole was arrested in front of everyone. The evidence against him was overwhelming: fraud, forgery, conspiracy. 25 years of lies finally came crashing down. News channels across America exploded with headlines. Billionaire reunites with long-lost daughter after 25 years. The story became national news. But for Alexander, it wasn't about headlines. It was about family. During a televised press conference, Alexander stood beside Sophia and Ethan. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. Alexander smiled and placed a hand on Sophia's shoulder. Then he spoke. "My greatest achievement was never building a billion-dollar company." The room fell silent. He looked at Sophia. "My greatest achievement is finding my daughter." Sophia burst into tears. For 25 years, she had wondered where she belonged. Now she finally had the answer. She had found her father. She had found her brother. She had found her family. As the sun set over the New York skyline, Sophia stood beside Alexander and Ethan on the rooftop of Hayes Global headquarters. The city lights sparkled beneath them. For the first time in her life, Sophia felt complete. Because sometimes the greatest treasure in the world isn't money, power, or success. Sometimes it's finding the family you thought you lost forever.